Lombardi Trophy. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
The first Super Bowl of the new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Packers offense led out by number 12, Aaron Rodgers, making his second Super Bowl start. And this is a career-defining night for Rodgers. A second title would surely cement his legacy. He'd love to take a repeat of his performance in Super Bowl 45. 304 yards, 3 touchdowns en route to MVP honors. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Rodgers going to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's 3rd down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early. A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. He'll return it from the 6. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Patriots take over. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 22. And to give this time to the tailback. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Brady. Steps away to his left. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Point after try forthcoming. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now this offense about ready to take over again. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine some...
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you run to the good, go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Wide open receiver, complete. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. Brady already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Brady. His throw caught. Right around the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Antonio Brown off to a great start there. Tom Brady's seeing the field well, and he is getting his targets open and throwing to the right people. And he's got 2 touchdowns.
For him.
2 receiving touchdowns in the Super Bowl. He's living the dream. He wants to be a Super Bowl champion, and he's playing like one.
Maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it ends with a New England touchdown. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays.
Tackled immediately in the backfield, and New England has done a beautiful job of stopping the run all night long, and they don't know what to do in the situation. They don't.
Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's upended after
it's probably going to be a 2nd and 9 or 10. 3rd and 10.
Yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He sets up the screen.
Great tackling by New England, and they forced another 3 and out. They've had Rodgers' number all day long. They're surprised. They thought they were going to face the Bears in the Super Bowl, not the Packers.
Immediately in the secondary after catches.
Didn't seem to go that way, though.
Display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Should have been called a face mask, but they didn't call it.
8, though, on the return.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
And that's caught inside the 30.
Brady's on fire.
Touchdown.
Every time he's throwing the football, touchdown, 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 touchdown.
70 yards.
He's just on fire today. Brady's just feeling it today. He's throwing like the Tom Brady we know. Caught that with one hand, took off, and got it.
20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The try here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. 1 play, touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling.
I think that's probably the first positive yards we've seen all night.
You know, thinking
by
all these points back on one drive. You're not. And
first positive yards we've seen all night here tonight.
I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll run it with Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
26.
Here's Rodgers on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete.
Once Adams gets it, and finally Rodgers is on a roll. Well, Rodgers is completing his passes. It's not that that's a problem or anything. That's not the issue.
And he picks up the 1st down.
No, the issue here is...
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football.
Huge loss on that play. He got drilled. Rodgers got drilled on that play. Let's go back to that. I want to see that again. He fumbles the football, goes flying. Gilmore had it, and he walked away from the ball. He had a chance to pick it up for a touchdown.
Messenger video.
Rodgers is going to roll to his left side, and he walks right into the water boy, who knocks the football out of his hands. Bennett tries to pick the ball up. He accidentally kicks it. Goes flying. Back to... Oh, yeah, just a big loss on that play by the Pack. 2nd and 23.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Adams hauling it in from Rodgers.
Gets 3.
Gets up across the 35.
See, he's completing passes, but he's not completing the kind of passes he wants to.
To throw is Rodgers. Throwing on 3rd and long.
Almost picked off by Bennett.
Incomplete.
And if they would have get picked off, that would have been a pick 6. Rodgers just narrowly escaped the sack. This defense has been all over Aaron Rodgers, and he's had a hard time doing anything. You got to give the Patriots credit. They've got good defense.
And problem spreading to the punt.
Yeah, Tom Brady is just throwing a passing clinic on Green Bay tonight.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
Now, they're doing a good job of stopping Peter Griffin, but they're not doing a good job of stopping Tom Brady. And Griffin, they're happy to have Griffin.
They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On 2nd down now. It's Griffin, and he'll get this up to the...
It's a 1st down, 42 yards for Griffin. He's starting to get the running game going. You got to run to the left side of the ball. You don't want to run towards T.J. Watt, because he's a good guy. He's a tough guy to get past.
Before they actually open, I think that have set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run.
I think you gotta have Edelman go deep.
2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Buying time to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And this is
how does Antonio Brown grab that? That's what I want to know. He just throws completely against his body, and he's just catching everything.
All they talked about was keeping him hemmed in.
Throws it across his body the other way. Comes back and gets it. Almost had another touchdown on a deep ball there. Brown is torching the Packers. He almost had that touchdown too. You got to let Peter Griffin get involved in the offense now. You got to give him a shot to score here.
After the big play, a chance to finish.
You got to run left.
1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the
Griffin's like, what are you guys doing?
That's what he's saying. The line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Griffin's asking Brady, can you please call a more favorable play?
Countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Hey, Delta.
2nd down and goal.
Touchdown, Julian Edelman. So now that's Shoop, Antonio Brown, Julian Edelman. They all have touchdowns.
The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Patriots, they add on to their
New England's
lead.
good awareness by Brady. He sees the blitz. He knows that they're expecting the run. Just flip it to a pass. He's like, I want you to do a button hook, Edelman. He's like, okay, I'll do a button hook. Touchdown. Good awareness by Brady. He is on fire tonight. Everywhere he throws the ball, they're catching it.
Because people want the ball, the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands.
Brady's feeling it tonight. 260-something yards. We're not even at halftime yet.
Right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first
He's
half.
feeling it.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try to...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown.
And they find a wide open receiver there. That's a good job by Aaron Rodgers. Just let's take a look at the replay here. He completely burns the Patriots here. He's going to call hike here. He just throws a quick pass. It's not even a big play. It's a quick pass, but here's what happens. Gilmore falls right away. If Gilmore doesn't fall down, this is not a touchdown if Gilmore doesn't fall. But he falls, and Scantling's like, okay, these guys aren't going to catch me. I'm going to run this way. Touchdown, see you later, bye. Gilmore is the only guy who could make that play and stop him, and he falls down. Yeah, that's an easy score. I'm sorry. That's an easy score. And good on Rodgers to find an easy score. New England's defense, though, they're doing what they have to win this game. You know, you're not going to stop the Packers every drive, but if you can get a few stops, that's all that you need.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
You gotta like the fact, too, that New England is mixing it up. They're not making this obvious. They are throwing different pattern plays to throw the Packers off guard. Spins out of a disaster hit, but gets tackled in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. And Kenny Clark's like, hello, how's it going?
They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
And he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight.
You gotta run left because they suck. They're good at stopping the run. They can stop the run on the right side, but they can't on the left.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
He'll get 5 of those yards back, maybe.
They got to give kudos to
3rd and 7
and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back.
Not a lot of 3rd down situations for Brady. They usually capitalize when he goes in there.
From the gun, it's Brady.
Drilled by Watt. 4th down. Finally, the Packers stop Brady. DJ Watt gets him. Longfellow Deeds is ready to punt.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
There's a reason they call him Longfellow. He can punt the ball really far distances.
Fights loose. Another miss. Still on his feet. Give him 11 yards that time.
You give Rodgers a short field to work with, sort of. He's got decent field position. Now you have to go out here and try to get a stop.
Teammates set to begin their drive. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that
knocks it away from Graham. Good defense.
They actually take it upon themselves.
He's only 8 for 11. He's thrown for 119 yards only, but he's got a touchdown pass.
Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot.
You can hold Rodgers to under 300 yards, you'll win.
Personally. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
Gets the first down, and Rodgers is just, I think they finally figured out the Patriots defense. You got to be willing to blitz, though, too, man. You got to be willing to bring the blitz.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
Goes down immediately. He's sacked by McCourty, of all people. McCourty gets him. Nice play there by Green Bay.
And you know me, normally don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think there's still a long way to go in this.
No, Rodgers afraid to get hit there. He just dumps it immediately.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rodgers.
Tackled by Wilkinson. 4th down, and New England's defense taking care of business finally. They got a good defense, best in the league.
Certainly seems like
so many ways they can crush you.
Though is part of their game plan.
Their offense, they get growing. Look out. Ball's at the 7-yard line, and Tom Brady. What can you say about this guy? But wow, has he had a great night tonight? The first half, yeah, the first 4 drives they were unstoppable. But then now they're starting to show signs of deteriorating again.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
All you need is a good run play. You can find something down deep.
On play action, it's Brady.
Almost intercepted. The Packers saw the play coming. They knew what was going on. But good for Brady to get rid of that thing fast. Because it could have been bad.
When you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy.
Send it deep.
Intercepted. Get a nice
Send
lead,
shoot
you should be able
deep.
to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Going right side here, and that's complete.
Nice chunk of yardage. He's almost got 300 yards already, and it's only the first half.
Superbowl, and he picks up the first down.
Tom Brady is a passing machine, man. You have to know your assignments, and the key is to put pressure on Brady. And if you can't put pressure on Tom Brady, look out.
Personality, that's you, Charles Davis. To another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me.
47-yard line, 310 passing yards. Brady's having a good night.
Catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. On first
really high snap there. He gets a big chunk of yardage there.
5-yard line.
Griffin's getting his rushing yards.
That time at another first down.
I think they like this drive.
I like the creativeness.
Running game helping out, picking up some of the
I like the creativeness by the Patriots here. Yeah, you gotta admire.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey. You got 3. Hey, 66.
Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. And he'll take
They call it a touchdown, but that could be reviewed by the Packers. That might not have been a touchdown, but they're saying it is. We'll see. Brady just showing off that arm, though. Well, he's definitely caught the pass, but he was at the 1. But nobody touches him. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though.
Extra point.
Let's take a look at the replay. This is the thing, though. Okay, so we're going to see Tom Brady shift to the right, throws a beautiful pass opposite side of the field to the tight end. 1 foot in bounds, 2, 3. It's definitely a catch. His knee is down at the 1-yard line. But when he rolls over, where does he go out of bounds? Where's the ball when he's out of bounds? Clearly not out of bounds yet. When he rolls over, the elbow touches here. It's on the pylon. Shoulder goes down there. Ball's across the plane. Is it? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a touchdown. Good call by the refs. It was tough to decide there, but I mean, they could have ruled him at the 1 even. I mean, that was a questionable. That was a hard one to decide, but they call it a touchdown. It looked like it, so 7 points for the Pats. Brady just showing off his arm again.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
New England's offense is soaring on all cylinders.
About 7 yards deep.
And, getting TJ Watt helped the Packers defense a little bit in the pass rush. No doubt about it, did it help. But Brady is still picking you guys apart left and right.
The troops, so to speak. He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a
Tackle
team
by
game.
Homer Simpson.
Everyone has to come together.
They're going to have to call timeout there.
A little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
They have a hard time blocking Homer.
Indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. It's caught outright by Graham.
Drilled again, and Rodgers just cannot get comfortable out there.
Before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion
Drill zone.
3rd down.
New England will call timeout. They want to give Brady another shot at the end zone. 35-7. Brady is just airing the ball out left and right.
He's been one of their few bright spots so far. First kick, 47.
What do you do if you're young here? You try to run the ball as far forward as you can.
Fielded just inside the 20.
Gets to the 36-yard line. 13 yards on the return.
Will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Well, do you try to trick him and make it look like a run and throw a slant? Or what do you do here?
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here early in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because
timeout New England.
Doing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds.
Well, they're trying to get Young involved in this offense. They want Young to have a touchdown too, but
here's 1st and 10.
I don't know if that's going to even happen here.
From the gun, Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10.
Now you got to decide briefly, what do you do here? 12 seconds. 12 seconds here to go. You send Griffin on a block. I would think.
A big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, we got Mike Alpha. Mike 53. Check it.
Operating from the gun, Brady.
And Young's got a touchdown. The only receiver that has not gotten a touchdown is Josh Gordon, and you better believe Brady is going to make sure he gets one. Yeah, you better believe that. Tiptoes inbounds. Nice, easy score. Tom Brady is throwing like Tom Brady.
Yeah, changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide.
He's getting everything done, man.
Kind of squib kick or what they're going to do at the kickoff.
Brady is just throwing the ball really well today. He's seeing the ball well, seeing the field well. He's hitting his targets. There's nothing this Packer defense can do to stop him, and we are clearly seeing that today. And you got to give this Patriot defense a lot of credit too. We can't forget about those guys.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
I think the Packers should just concede, go to the half. And they will. Not a good day for Rodgers and the Packers, but Tom Brady feeling the love. Here's the thing, too. Tom Brady, he's going to play at least another year after this. Where does he go?
Superbowl 54. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll take it past the.
And you can imagine that Brady wants to have everybody on his team get at least one touchdown in this Super Bowl. That is the goal. That is the goal for this guy. He is a team guy. He wants his teammates to feel the love.
They have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm.
I think that was pass interference. They just don't call. They just don't even call it.
Don't expect them to be the same on defense.
But you still got to try to run the ball here.
Let's see what they do.
Keep this Packer defense honest.
Here. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Able to shake free for about 7.
And he's got 71 rushing yards on the day.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation.
And Young catches it for the score. Tom Brady does it again. Throws a deep one, and he gets it.
Second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
How does he do that?
These guys continue to pour it on. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
Brady throws a deep one. He threw that one really deep. Beautiful throw. Young saw that well. And Amos doesn't even know where to go with this. He's just like, oh, how do I get around that? How do I make the stop? And he doesn't even try to swat the ball. He's like, oh, I just got to make the tackle. Oh, he scored on me. Shit. Oh, shit is right.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point.
And New England
and the lead grows even larger
just
here in the
dominating the Green Bay Packers. Oh yeah, Tom Brady is playing like Tom Brady out there, and there's nothing that they can do to stop him. Nothing. I'll be right back, everybody. I'm going to continue the second half in a short while. I just got to get my food real quick. Alright, let's do this. Let's resume the game.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
Now Tom Brady probably having the best game of his career right now. Now they're not sure if Brady's going to retire or not, but they're going to see what happens after this season. Thing is, though, they signed Tom Brady to a 2-year contract, but they're not really sure whether he's going to stay for that term.
They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone.
Might be gone, but he's not.
Big play there on the catch.
And that's just poor tackling by Green Bay there.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And they go the wrong
I think they learned their lesson after the last play. Adams, you're not going anywhere.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward, and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down.
He gets yards.
17.
7 rushes for -8.
in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing there.
Throws the ball away, but he almost got drilled there. 194 yards and a touchdown. It's been a long day for A-Rod. They're going to have to kick a field goal, of course.
They really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, you can't be kicking field goals with this big of a deficit. You got to go for touchdowns here, but they're not going to.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Well, the only person who doesn't have a touchdown on this New England roster here is Josh Gordon. And Tom Brady hook a brother up. And he wants Gordon to get a touchdown, too. He wants Gordon to have that.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do.
And they do run the ball. They just don't run it that often with Griffin. They're just running a little bit with him. They don't want to.
The fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this
drills
is just
immediately. Gain a 1.
From all those empty seats. You and me trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear.
They're not afraid to try things.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed.
Griffin's going to be here. Gordon's on the left.
This big defensive
other side
lineman will
here.
take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to air one out. Oh,
Throws a big interception there. Big mistake. And Alexander gets a pick. Sometimes you take chances, they work out, and sometimes it doesn't. I mean, yeah, he threw a pick there, but he's been great most of this game.
The second it was leaving his hand.
They'll start out on the ground.
Tackle by Maxwell.
Man, boy, this
Good tackling.
again really making
He
things
just
tough
can't
on
find
as they
it.
stop
He can't
for
find
no
a seam.
gain. Officially, no gain on the play, and it's
They're blitzing hardcore here.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside.
Tackle again.
Try and ram his way
Gets nowhere.
to get what he can.
Third and 11.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on third down, Rodgers. And he will not
they don't let Adams catch it. 14 for 20, 194 yards and a touchdown. They go nowhere. And that interception is like it never happened.
Every deep ball that is thrown downfield, and look, it doesn't matter whether
that's what you gotta like about this New England
eventually
offense.
It becomes man on man, and you gotta trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Ball at the 18. Tom Brady gets a fresh start.
Tom Brady leads the offense.
Well, where do you go with the ball? That's my question.
And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does.
You got to try to get the ball to somebody.
Passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right
now they're starting to crack down on Brady. They are.
Just watching what he's doing.
Good fun.
He's only completed 14 passes, but the yardage is there.
A lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first.
Brady's got a lot of faith in
this team. The running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll keep it on the ground. Griffin. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
He's almost got 100 rushing yards. That's another guy that haven't gotten a touchdown yet to either is Peter Griffin. How do you make everybody happy here?
It's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Brady now on first down. Right when that's complete.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Does he get it? No, he's at the 1. He's at the 1 yard line. I thought he was in.
61 yards.
He almost had the touchdown. He's going to break free out of 2 guys. I thought he had it, but he was saved there. Ooh, I thought he was in. Do you challenge it? Do you challenge it? I don't know if you even want to challenge it here.
A close call.
They're going to. He thinks he's in.
From the naked eye, this was tough to tell.
Always difficult when there's such a tangle of bodies around. You're just trying to find the ball and make sure just a portion of it across the plane of the goal line.
I don't know.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach.
Now you got to figure out what you're going to do in this situation. Who do you give the ball to?
Or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. 72.
From the gun, Brady.
Josh Gordon has a touchdown. Now every receiver has a touchdown. And Gordon is happy. He's getting everybody involved.
The touchdown all set up by the
Gordon gets one.
Before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion.
And Young goes up to Gordon and congratulates him.
Stuck with what got him there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that.
Yeah,
and you come
Brady's
right
on fire
with another
tonight.
pass play to finalize things off.
So that drives.
And Rodgers just sitting there like, how are we getting this bad? How are we this far behind?
Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team.
Drilled by Homer Simpson and the Water Boy.
Your team to the right places.
Yeah, working together in unison.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
They can't figure out the passing game.
Here's second and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Sacked by Homer Simpson.
It's a Patriots sack.
That's sack number 2 for the guy. Rodgers pissed off, and Simpson's like, here we go, here we go.
Second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Rodgers now to throw. And this is going to be
looking at a 4th down, 14 for 21, 194 yards. That's 3 straight drives. He has not been able to throw the ball.
Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about.
And he's not able to connect with his receivers the last 3 drives. New England is starting to figure out Rodgers again.
Short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing
ball
the
at the 21-yard line. Now they just got to get Peter Griffin a touchdown. I'm sure they'll help. They'll find him. I'm sure they'll help. They'll help Griffin score eventually. It's only a matter of time.
Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their
running the ball is not a bad decision. It's just a bad decision when you're going to the right side. We've seen them try to go right every time, and it is yet to work for them. But when they go left, they have success on the left.
And no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Griffin. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Bad news, though. Griffin is injured, and
Patriot down.
That's bad news for him, because he might not even get a touchdown then.
To Miami.
Yeah, you feel bad for the guy, because he works so hard.
The Packers
he worked so hard today, only to not get a touchdown today. Brady's going to remember that for next year.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back.
He tore his shoulder, so he's out for the rest of the game. You got to feel bad for the guy.
Did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay.
No, they're going for it when they don't even have to here.
Reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Regular. Hey, orbit. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check. Crunch. 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 Alert. 72.
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. And this is
had the setup and he just couldn't reel it in. Now you give Aaron Rodgers a short field. Not a good decision.
Are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches.
And he gets drilled as soon as he touches the ball. Jones is at minus yards all night.
Position going the other way.
Chuck gets some.
Losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Still can't get anything.
And he is going to be stopped.
Minus 15 yards.
The line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction. As
Bold decision.
3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones.
He's not going anywhere. And 195 yards and a touchdown. That's it.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. Now, I'm just wondering how many yards is he going to throw for? We're only in the third quarter. He's just thrown for a ton.
You have your abacus here?
No, what?
Your abacus?
I thought you said like Atticus Finch.
No.
Well, you can imagine this whole team feels bad for Peter Griffin.
We might need a few extra people in here.
He had a shot to...
the way that he's playing, it's a lot of fun to watch. I can't wait to see.
Yeah, Peter Griffin had a legit shot in the end zone, and he just couldn't get in. And they feel bad for him. He's like family to them.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. Hey, Echo. Number 53.
Throwing on second down. Brady. And a big loss here.
Sacked again by T.J. Watt. Hey, Brady, how's it going?
What a play by him.
He's only had 2 sacks today, though.
Well, there was second long. Now
it's not the same. It's not the same as having Peter Griffin block for you. I'll tell you that much right now.
But you're exactly right. Definitely going.
He's telling you, go inside. I need you to go inside. That's what Brady's saying.
It's Brady. Wide open receiver.
He's gonna get it.
And he'll be brought down
really close. 4th and 6. Do you punt it, or do you trust to get the first? See, that's a tough one.
He's over 400 yards passing.
But he's proven to be liable today.
Success.
And it means you really didn't miss opportunities.
Shoot deep here.
Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch.
And Edelman hangs on to an important grab there. And Brady's throwing for 8 touchdown passes. He wants to throw for 10. That's going to be hard to do. It's going to be hard to do.
Your offense there, first down. Throwing now is Brady. Oh, he's got a man.
Antonio Brown having a big night tonight. 609 passing yards, 8 touchdowns in the game. Brady is just getting the job done.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate.
You got to admire his ability to make things happen here.
Again, they'll throw with Brady.
Wide open, and he scores! There you go. Brady's finding everyone today. Touchdown for you. Touchdown for you in the Super Bowl. Touchdown for you. Touchdown for you. Touchdown for you. And that was his best decision, was to go to the check down. Nobody was covering that part of the route. They forgot about him. Easiest touchdown ever. And New England's piling the points on.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the gadget play gets him into the end zone. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Green Bay offense now.
Well, Rodgers is just like, what do we do here?
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick. Other than the extra point. That's it.
Again on second.
Leave me alone.
Down, but this time it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing.
And the ball is knocked out.
Forces the fumble. Good job by New England. Wow. They absolutely drilled Scantling on that one.
Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned.
Let's take a look at the replay here. That was outstanding right there. So Rodgers is going to call hike here. He's going to, oh shoot, he's going to see that Bobby Boucher won the matchup, so he's going to scroll here. He throws the ball. Homer barely misses it. He was about to tip it at the line of scrimmage, but he doesn't. And, oh yeah, I got the ball. Everything's going great. And then, oh my goodness, here comes the boom. Hangs onto it. It's a catch. Boom. Maxwell knocks it out, and they have it. Good job. And that's what you call defense.
And all I remember as a player, when
it's
they
Patriots defense, known for their
guys
takeaways.
catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock
So
the ball free.
what do you expect
Anything
here?
you can do to slow them down.
Hey, exit. 53, get him. Hey, 66.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Flushed out right. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Young.
Big gain there.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 37 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he's in.
Safari Jenkins gets both. All 3 tight ends in this game have a touchdown. That's right. Every single tight end on the New England depth chart has a touchdown.
And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown.
He's throwing a touchdown pass pretty much every teammate.
His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will
He's
slow
just
by
having a
1
good day.
more.
New England is destroying Green Bay here. Every
There's
category.
now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball.
230 passing yards for Rodgers. That's not bad, but it's not great either.
Yeah,
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays.
Well, you know Devontae Adams is going to have a big game. You kind of know that.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Simpson sacks Rodgers for his 3rd sack.
There he goes.
It's like, sit down, man.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties
There's a presence out there.
Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
We're in the golden high tops as well.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
Almost a ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back.
Now does Simpson get the sack or not?
The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back
we're just going to have some fun now.
The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college...
He almost caught it.
Game day, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent.
Well, he almost had that.
In the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who have been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season.
Should go deep here.
Turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
91 is the Mike 91. Exit. Wait.
On first down, Brady. Man open left side is Brown.
He's not in the end zone, but he's at the 1.
And even 50 yards.
And he's having a monster game.
What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one rips, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Now Brady again. And they are going to score again. Yet another.
And N'Keal Harry has a touchdown.
Their totals.
The rookie.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play.
Yeah, he's got a touchdown.
And then he delivers a touchdown pass on first.
He's got a touchdown pass to all his receivers and tight ends.
I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play.
Tom Brady's going to be remembered this for a long time. A touchdown to every receiver and tight end. Now can he get a halfback and fullback involved?
Down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a draw play. This is
by Simpson. Timeout New England.
Nowhere. He'll lose
Getting
yardage
the ball
back
back
to the 29. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Wait, that's 29. Alpha. Number 53. Mike 53. Alert. Watch the screen. Watch the Ozzy.
Brady going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Young. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 30 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush. A lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
To throw is Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Sue.
To throw again, Brady. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Brady to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Brady going to go on 4th down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he goes down, but
808 passing yards.
23 yards, the final tally. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
Tom Brady, what do you do here?
Brady's throw there, incomplete. We're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
And he will get into the end
12 touchdown passes for number 12.
Touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Hey, high 7. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. He don't know no better. Regular.
Again, it's Brady. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us. And they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Interception, baby, all day. That's 380. Alert! Hey, Delta. Check pass. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Watch the pass. Check. 50.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots.
831 yards.
Their remarkable season ends in the most
29 of 42, 69 completion percentage, 12 touchdowns to 1 pick, 19 average yards per attempt, 78 longest pass. QB rating 141.4 to 91.6.
You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness.
Almost 100 yards for Griffin.
A little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph, and congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
275 receiving yards for Young, 293 for Brown, 109 for Adams, Edelman 459. Grant Shoup did all right. Yeah, 142. Let's look at the New England's stats. 142 for Shoup, not bad. a lot of offense, and they scored 29 in the fourth.
They just destroyed Green Bay.